Let me guess. You've seen those picture-perfect chocolate-covered strawberries in fancy shops and thought, I could never make those. Well, guess what? You totally can, and I'm here to show you how. With just a few ingredients and tools, you'll be turning your kitchen into a gourmet chocolate factory. Let's dive in and get started. Time to melt some chocolate. I grab my trusty Wilton candy melts pot. Honestly, it's like my chocolate sidekick. Yes, I'm completely addicted to it. So much so that I own a few of them. But shh, let's keep that our little secret from my husband. We'll need 2 cups of chocolate chips. Trust me, these will give you the smoothest and richest chocolate coating. We'll also need 1/4 cup of coconut oil. This little addition makes the chocolate silky and perfect for dipping. Turn the melting pot on high and let the chocolate chips and coconut oil gently melt together. As it begins to soften, use a silicone spatula to stir occasionally. This helps ensure the chocolate heats evenly and achieves a smooth, silky consistency. Make sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the pot to prevent any bits from sticking or burning. Trust me, this extra care makes all the difference in the final, glossy finish. Here's my tip for handling chocolate that's not cooperating. If your chocolate feels too thick, don't panic. Add a teaspoon of coconut oil at a time, stirring it in gently until you achieve that silky, smooth consistency that's perfect for dipping. If it's too thin, let it cool for a minute or two, or toss in a few extra chocolate chips to thicken it up. Take your time stirring and testing. This is your chance to get it just right, so every strawberry comes out beautifully coated. Once it's melted, I grab a tall glass and place my piping bag inside, folding the edges of the bag over the rim of the glass. This keeps the bag steady and makes it so much easier to pour the chocolate in without making a mess. Then, I carefully pour about a 1/2 cup of the melted chocolate into the piping bag. Once filled, I twist the end, tie it with a piping bag twist tie, and snip off the extra so it's neat and tidy. The rest of the chocolate goes into a glass mixing bowl, ready for the main dipping event. If you don't have a magical melting pot like I do, don't worry. No tears allowed. Head over to my other video, where I show you different methods for melting chocolate, whether you're using a microwave, double boiler, or just getting creative in the kitchen. Now, onto the pink chocolate, because what's life without a little color, right? I clean out the candy melt spot. No mixing disasters here. I melt 1/4 cup of pink candy. Melts in my melting pot, letting them heat gently for an even texture. Next, I add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil to the melts. This step is crucial because it helps create a smooth and glossy consistency that's perfect for drizzling. Using a silicone spatula, I stir the mixture thoroughly, ensuring the coconut oil blends completely with the melts. The result is a velvety smooth chocolate that's ready for the next step. To transfer the chocolate, I grab a sturdy tall glass and place the piping bag inside, folding the edges of the bag over the rim to keep it open and steady. This keeps everything in place and frees up my hands, making it so much easier to pour the melted chocolate without any spills or mess. This little trick keeps my hands free and ensures no chocolate spills during the process. Next, I carefully pour the melted chocolate into the bag, making sure to scrape the pot with a spatula to get every last bit of that delicious goodness. Once filled, I twist the end tightly to seal the bag, secure it with a tie, and snip a small tip off the end for easy and precise drizzling. At this point, I've got 2 piping bags ready to go, one filled with dark chocolate and the other with pink chocolate, and I'm feeling pretty fancy, like a true chocolatier. Now it's time to bring out the strawberries. I've got my strawberries washed and completely dry because, let me tell you, chocolate and water are like cats and baths. They just don't mix. Always make sure your strawberries are moisture-free before starting. These beauties have been pre-washed and dried because As I said, water and chocolate are sworn enemies. I'll link to another video below where I show my strawberry washing technique. Spoiler, it's ridiculously simple. My workspace is prepped with a parchment-lined baking sheet, and all my decorations are meticulously arranged. Each sprinkle, drizzle tool, and piping bag has its place, ensuring that everything I need is right within reach to keep the dipping process smooth and enjoyable. Seriously, once you start dipping, there's no time for a pantry scavenger hunt. Now, for the fun part. I grab each strawberry by the leafy greens, dip it into the melted chocolate, and give it a little shake to get rid of the excess. Then, onto the parchment-lined baking sheet it goes. I keep dipping until I've got a lovely little lineup of chocolate-dipped strawberries. For some, I sprinkle red and pink sprinkles on top while the chocolate is still wet. The key here is speed. Chocolate hardens fast, so you need to add the sprinkles immediately after dipping. It's like giving each strawberry its own little outfit, but make sure you're quick to avoid missing the chance to stick those sprinkles perfectly. I hope you're loving the process of making these stunning chocolate-dipped strawberries as much as I am. If you're enjoying this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you'll never miss any of my sweet and creative kitchen adventures. Do you have a favorite way to decorate strawberries, or a fun variation that makes them extra special? Maybe a unique topping, drizzle pattern, or a personal twist? Share it with me in the comments below. Let's exchange ideas and inspire each other to take these treats to the next level. Here on my channel, I love combining food photography and cooking, inviting you to share the joy of creating something both beautiful and delicious. Whether it's crafting the perfect dessert or styling it for a photo, I hope you leave inspired to try something amazing. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen. Now, let's finish these strawberries and make some edible masterpieces. You know what's cool about strawberries? Their peak season in the USA is usually from April to June, but it depends on where you are. California grows about 90% of the nation's strawberries. Crazy, right? Florida is another big player, especially in the winter, and up in Oregon and Washington. They're famous for those super sweet and juicy summer strawberries. Here's something fun. Strawberries can taste a little different depending on where they're grown. California berries tend to be larger and firm with mild sweetness, making them great for shipping and snacking. Florida strawberries are often smaller and have a tart edge that's perfect for desserts. And those summer berries from Oregon and Washington, They're known for being super sweet and soft, almost like nature's candy. It's amazing how much the region can influence the flavor. Oh, and here's a fun little nugget. Strawberries love well-drained soil and lots of sunshine, which is why they thrive in those places. And get this, the average American eats around 8 pounds of strawberries a year. I mean, who can blame us? They're so good. Next, I grab the piping bag with pink melted chocolate, snip the tip, and drizzle thin lines over a few strawberries. Then, I do the same with the dark chocolate piping bag. This creates a mix of styles, some with sprinkles, some with drizzles, and some just smooth and shiny. It's like a strawberry fashion show, and they're all looking fabulous. Here's a tip. Keep a damp paper towel nearby to clean off any drips or sticky fingers while you work. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of cleanup later. Of course, I have still got a few strawberries left because I'm an overachiever. So, back to the pot to melt more pink chocolate. I keep dipping and decorating like before, making sure every strawberry gets its own special flair. By the end, I've got a tray full of strawberries that look like they came straight from a boutique. Not to brag, but they're almost too pretty to eat. Another tip, if you're gifting these, place each strawberry carefully in white paper cupcake liners. This not only makes them look polished and professional, but also keeps them neatly separated and easy to handle without smudging the chocolate. Plus, the liners add an extra touch of elegance, making them feel like a treat straight out of a high-end bakery. Looking to get creative with your chocolate-covered strawberries? There are so many fun and elegant ways to decorate them beyond just sprinkles and drizzle. Start with pink candy melts if you want to add a vibrant pop of color. They're smooth, easy to melt, and perfect for creating decorative swirls or patterns. White candy melts are another great option. They provide a clean, classic look that contrasts beautifully with the pink and dark chocolate. Use them for bold stripes or delicate details. Heart sprinkles are a must-have for Valentine's Day or anniversaries. They add a festive, romantic touch that's sure to make anyone smile. Pink sprinkles work wonderfully with pink candy melts, creating a cohesive and polished design. They're perfect for matching themes or simply adding a fun flair. Red and multicolored sprinkles bring a playful and lively vibe, making your strawberries look like they're ready for a celebration. Want to take it up a notch? Try using gold luster dust for a truly elegant finish. You can apply it dry with a clean brush for a subtle shimmer, or mix it with a small amount of clear food-grade alcohol for a bold metallic effect that's sure to impress. Here's a tip from me. If you're short on time, pre-sorting your sprinkles into small bowls Makes decorating so much faster and less messy. Also, use strawberries with long stems if you can find them. They're easier to dip and look extra elegant. Hey, did you know chocolate-covered strawberries are like the ultimate treat? Mixing two of the best things ever, fresh fruit and chocolate. They actually go way back to the 1960s, when this lady named Lorraine LaRusso in Chicago came up with the idea. She was working at this fancy shop called Stop and Shop, and decided to dip strawberries in melted chocolate. Genius, right? At first, they were totally handmade, and considered this super fancy dessert for special occasions. But then everyone fell in love with them, and they started popping up everywhere. Bakeries, fancy restaurant menus, gift boxes, you name it. Over time, people got really creative with them, adding drizzles, sprinkles, even gold dust to make them extra fancy. Nowadays, they're a go-to for romantic stuff like Valentine's Day or anniversaries, but they're also a hit at weddings and parties. There's just something about that juicy strawberry and rich chocolate combo that never gets old. Plus, you can decorate them however you want, so they're perfect for any occasion. Total crowd pleaser. there you have it. Gorgeous, delicious chocolate-covered strawberries that are perfect for gifting, sharing, or devouring all by yourself. No judgment here. Whether it's for Valentine's Day, a birthday, or just because you're craving something sweet, these strawberries are guaranteed to impress. If you're looking for the perfect pairing, check out my video on making a red velvet bundt cake. It's a decadent companion to these strawberries and will truly take your dessert spread to the next level. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you next time with another fun and easy recipe. Now, excuse me while I taste test 1 or 5.